Welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm excited to be here because we're going to send out a mailer. We're going to put together some data, and we're going to send out cash offers to buy some more land. So that's the topic for today. A little bit of context right now, the website's not working, RuralVacantLand.com. I got a virus problem in one of the databases, and it's like the backups are coming from yesterday. It's just going to take some time, and then Rural Vacant Land will be back online. So sorry everybody for the disruption in the website. Guys are working on it, and it should be back soon, either later today or maybe tomorrow before it gets back up. I was really surprised at how big the website got, how much data has come together on there. But it's getting fixed, and it'll be back up soon. In the meantime, let's go buy some more land. So I'm joined today with Karen and Barbara, who Karen's helped me with lots of deeds and things in the past, and fixing paperwork and stuff, and answering phones. If you have been calling in, you might have talked to Karen on one of the phone calls, or she answers phones in a lot of the buying land too. So it's time to do some more deals. So we're firing out some more offers and trying to buy some more land. So today's topic, I was going to pull up, let me pull up my screen. I've got all the counties in California on the screen, and people keep asking, why do you go for California, California, California? Why not any more Arizona or New Mexico or all these other states? I'll do those too later on, but right now, people in California have money and they pay for the properties. I mean, this is a business, right? People in California actually pay. So I'm gonna try to buy some more California ones at good prices and put them up there cheaper than everybody on the market, and see how it goes. So this is how we do it. These are some of my favorite videos that I made in the past, and I haven't done this since like April or May of this year. I haven't made any of these live mailer videos because there's so many phone calls and deals off the previous mailers I just haven't been able to keep up. But now I think it's time to push forward and buy some more land. So I've been looking at kind of where Lake Tahoe is. If you can see on the screen up here, Lake Tahoe is kind of in the crux of California, between Lake Tahoe and Yosemite, and north of there, south of there, in the Sierra Nevadas. It's got big trees, it's got lakes, it's streams, roads in different parts of it, power lines in parts of it, but mainly just big trees. Lots of big trees and great land to put a cabin on, either a multi-million-dollar cabin or a rustic little, run away and have fun with no rules and regulations kind of cabin. I think as we get into the bigger size properties, there's less and less regulations in lots of these, from my experience in these counties. I've been calling the counties on zoning and regulations and other properties that I have there, and researching on other ones that I've been trying to buy, and they've been generally pretty easy compared to most other California ones that I've been into. And so I'd like to keep working that area because of the trees and the ease of regulations, and I think it could be a fun area. So going down the list, in the north, in the past I mailed, I did live videos too about it. Like if you go back in the history on my YouTube channel, RuralVacantLand.com, it's a YouTube channel, looking for my notes. I mean, I mailed Plumas like up to 11 acres, and I mailed Sierra and Nevada County. These are Sierra and Nevada. Plumas, Sierra Nevada, up to like 11 acre kinds of properties, and no one above that got my offers. So I was gonna go for the bigger ones in there, and maybe even like the 10 acres and the good sized properties and up. Cause I got a bunch of the smaller ones, but now I want some of the bigger ones. And then going south from there, we've got Placer, El Dorado, Amador, Alpine, Calaveras, and then I mailed to Tuolumne, Mariposa, Madeira in the past as well, but I think I'm going to skip those today. I mailed the bigger ones in the past. I think I'm just going to work the way back down the mountain here and see how many different properties of bigger size acreage are in the databases that I could mail offers to, and then just mail them all a cash offer and see who accepts my cash offers. So I'm going to start in the north with Plumas. So Plumas County, I was doing a little bit of research, and I was seeing like on different websites, just go back to my face here. The different websites in Plumas. You know, there's some ugly land in a couple of the zip codes. So I highlighted a couple zip codes I'm going to skip. That's just like sagebrush kind of land. But like stuff with trees and mountains and things, I mean, it's you know, 4,000 something an acre kinds of prices is some of the cheapest stuff out there. And going down into Sierra, I was looking at, you know, some of the cheaper stuff is like $7,300 an acre up in the mountains. And then Nevada County, you know, the good looking stuff, 10 acres is like $100,000 or more. Placer County, it's you know, the good looking stuff for like there's a 28 acre on the market right now for 100 grand. El Dorado County, you get the idea. We'll just keep going down the list, right? You don't need to know all the numbers, but these are some bigger dollar properties. And so the plan of action is to be able to buy these things and come in at like half the market, like half of what the market's going for, or something like that. 75% of what the market's going for, or half. If I can buy these cheap enough, and then you guys get to rip me off by taking off with them at half the market price. And it happens fast, right? You put them up on the market, people get mad because somebody else bought it the same day it went on the market. And that's the business plan. That's the idea. That's my sales pitch, is half the market. So if we can keep to this stuff up here, this easy, cheap, you know, that cheap part right over my head, you know, the cheap land, in an area where prices are a bit higher than a lot of the other properties that I've got on the website, but still the cheapest in the context of the area, I think we can do some business. So let's go back into the internet here. I got RealQuest pulled up, and I've been at this land conference this last weekend. Everybody's using Title Pro and they're using other data sets, but I'm just used to using RealQuest. I'm friendly, you know, I know RealQuest. I'm having fun with RealQuest. RealQuest is just one that I like to use, so we'll keep using that. And we'll start pulling some data and running through the scrubs. I see a couple people signing on, saying hi Luke, hello. Digger420, what's up, bro? Yeah. Void WordPress, enough said. Kenneth Mendoza is making fun of my WordPress website for being down. Exactly. It got virused because it's so popular. And then the backup's taking forever because the website got so big. Pedal and Profit saying hello Luke and everyone. Tracy Spencer saying hi, and 7-3X's hello Mr. Luke. Hello guys, thanks for coming on and watching this video. If you stick around towards the end, I'm going to ask a basic question and give away some free land for watching the video. And that's, you know, I used to do this a lot more often. Now I'm doing live videos every Monday morning at 9 a.m. giving away land, but I think these kinds of videos, there's a lot to learn. I learned from you guys asking questions. Please feel free to ask questions, and that's how it goes. So let's do it. Let's go buy some land. So I'm on CoreLogic. It's a really boring looking website. Let's see if I can make it bigger so you guys can see it better. It's really boring, but it's got a lot of good information in there. So let's see if I can blow it up on the screen for you. So it's right now California. Let's go to Plumas. Plumas is the northernmost county in the area we're looking at. I'll pull up Plumas. I'll show you the map if I can. My computer doesn't crash on me. So here's Plumas. This is this orange one up here. And Plumas has a lot of trees, just a lot of mountainous trees, beautiful countryside. There's a couple properties in Plumas up on the website right now. I don't think I've priced them yet. That's on my to-do list. I'm gonna come up with a price and make videos about them and stuff. But they just got through title like yesterday. I think another one closes today. Like they're just coming out. So Plumas County. Let's do land use. And I'm gonna figure out what kind of land use. So this land use, I'm not sure if this is the county or the state land use. Let's see if there's state land use works. So I kind of don't think this, yeah, this state one doesn't work in California. So we're going to do the county land use. So I'm going to go to land use, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter down because I want to get rid of weird stuff. Like I'm not going to buy a park, and I'm not going to buy the trash dump, and a gas station or whatever. I want to buy some vacant land. And so the county, this data is put together by the assessor of the county, right? And so the assessor is trying to value these different properties differently to charge taxes. And so if it's a zoo, they charge one thing. If it's a winery, they charge something else. I don't want to buy the zoo or the winery or all these other things. Wasteland, waste disposal, warehouse, vineyard, vacant mobile home, vacant limited no development potential. Well, vacant land, not elsewise classified. I'll take that. I'll like some vacant land. Let's see what else we got. U.S. Postal Service. I'm not going to buy that. Trump wants to sell it, but I'm not going to buy it. Truck terminal, truck corps, triplex. Each one of the counties has a different list of how they've broken down what the uses are in their county. And so you just got to flip through this. And I'm not going to buy the supermarket, swimming pool. I want vacant land, rural vacant land. Stockyard, no. Stadium, stable, shopping center, shipyard, single family residence. I'll take that with no buildings on it. We'll have to scrub the buildings out. Service station, school, salvage, rural home site. That sounds like me. That sounds like a winner. Retail, restaurant, resort, residential acreage. Now we're talking. Residential lot, residential not not classified. Religious, recreational acreage. I'm going to stay out of the recreational acreage because lots of times that means you can't really build on it. Ranch, that sounds like something I want. I like a ranch. My wife would like a ranch. Let's see what else we got. Private school, poultry ranch, port, petroleum, pasture. Pasture's like the cheapest thing you can do to get your taxes down, but I'm not really targeting pasture. Paper, packing. Nature facility, multifamily, motel, mobile home, mineral, mid-rise, metal, lumber. I'm staying out of that. So all these weird kinds of land that I don't know how to evaluate. Forest, I'm staying out of forest. I'd hit forest in these kinds of searches. Boy, you get in the forest lands, regulations get nasty. They're just trying to subsidize the forest business and keep the houses out of there. Fast food, farms. I think I'm gonna leave farms out today. Fallow land facilities, desert, commercial club, citrus. Is there any citrus up there? I don't think so, but animal farm, apartment. There's a lot of different things here. Okay, so I got a couple things. I'm going to add those to the list. We got residential acreage, residential lot, rural home site, single family residence, vacant land. So if somebody else goes and mails offers this county, they probably pick some other different kind of land uses, but that's what I'm looking at. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and I'm going to play with it a little bit. I'm going to do Plumas 1. I'm going to save it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at my data, see how many records we got. And why I'm doing this is I'm going to add different limiting factors to this data set. And I'm going to drill down and I'm going to drill down and I'm going to drill down to see what's left. And if I add the wrong limiting factor on here, like all my records disappear. And then I'll know which one it is that's broken or not working or I didn't do it right, instead of doing a whole bunch of them at once and then trying to figure it out. So I'm just going to go one at a time. And so this one, we got 19,626 records. So we still got a whole bunch of records. These have houses on it. These have like, this isn't my end list because that'd be a lot of properties. So let's see if my search is still here, if I got to retrieve it. Let me do the retrieve search. I'll pull it out of the safe. A couple more people coming online saying good afternoon. Hi all. Santa Luz County here. Nice. Is CoreLogic free? No, CoreLogic's not free. They charge you an arm and a leg. They charge you 10 cents per record plus like $250 a month to run this thing. A good way to get it without paying that much and getting other stuff is through Land Academy. Land Academy, they say they're going to set up like a sign-up code for me. I haven't got it yet, but I think I'll probably be able to get out a sign up code here shortly, and you get like a discount to Land Academy, or get a good deal on Land Academy if you want to sign up for it, and you can get it cheaper. So I might, if you wait a little bit, I might be able to get you a better deal on that. Yeah, Patrick's sending good vibes from Chicago. Thank you guys. Patricia, Jessica Green said hello, and yeah, and Logrum is saying Luke's website's going blank WordPress right now. I know, the website's down. I got a virus problem going on. I got a couple different people working on it, and they're restoring data from yesterday before the virus thing hit the website, and it should be coming up soon. The website's grown. It's taken a while to move it around, so it's be later on sometime today or tomorrow. It should be coming back up. Sorry about the website crash. Someone earlier is saying WordPress. Might be time to do something besides WordPress. So I brought that search back up. So far we've got land use. This is Plumas County, and I want to let's get rid of the size. Let's do lot acreage. See if that's one of them. I'm pretty sure it's lot acreage. Yeah, lot acreage is one of them. So I want to do up here, I mailed up to 11 acre properties in the past. I think I'm going to go back down below and mail some of the bigger ones again. And so I think if we got like the 10 acre ones, if we do like 9 acres to, and I want to get the 40 acres in there, because if you're familiar with land is usually in the West, it's cut up by sections, like 1 mile square by 1 mile square. And then as whoever owns a section has kids or whatever, they cut it by fours. You know, the quarter turns into 160s. And then those people have kids, and you cut it up by 4. And the 160s turn into 40s. And the 40s are a very common size of property, as are 20s and 10s and 5s and 2.5s and 1 1/4s and, you know, acreage properties. So I want to encompass the 40s, but I don't think I'm willing to pay up into the bigger ones than that. But lots of times people that own 40s own multiple 40s, or they have a bunch of them next to each other and stuff. So I'll probably get people in that scenario too that say they got like 3,000 acres or something. They want to sell it all to me for the price I'm offering, but I don't have that kind of money. So I'm just going to encompass the 40s. So 9 gets me the 10 acre ones, and 10 less a road or an easement or something. It might be 9 and change. And sometimes some of the sections are fat and they're like bent into the mountains or to the curvature of the earth. Instead of 40 square, I'm going for a little over 40. You know, there's probably hardly any of them that are 44 or 45, but there's a lot of them that are 41, 42, or 38, 36, 39. So I'm going around, you know, trying to get those 40s. So I'm going to add that to the criteria. And as we get into this, as I go through multiple counties, a lot of this stuff's already going to be set in my search, and I'll change the county, change the land use, and then it'll be a lot faster to dance from there after we get the first one in. So I'm going to save this search again. I'm going to save it as Plumas 2. So I'm going to save every time I add on some more stuff to like limit the criteria. I'm going to hit save. And so now that I added on the size, you drop that number of properties dropped a whole bunch. So now we've got 1,338. I'd taken notes of what I did. So 9 to 44 acres. So 1338 properties, and these still have properties that are built in them. So if I go back, I want to get rid of the ones that have houses because I want vacant land, right? And we just lost the search again. So this website changed around their settings a little bit, but okay, that brought the search back up. So this time I'm going to add improvement percent, and improved percent is a way of measuring the assessed values of the property. So the assessed value, like the assessor will put some value to the land and some value to whatever kind of improvements you did to the land. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 0 to 1% because I don't want any improvements. I don't want any houses or cabins, or I just want vacant land because I'm not there to like inspect it and look at it, touch it and feel it, make sure there's no one living inside or something. I just want the vacant stuff. So I'm going to save that, and we'll see if we got any records left. Now it's down to 644. Okay, so 644 records of all the bigger properties in Plumas County that are vacant. And if I look at this list, Feather River Partners, I think that might be one of the Indian tribes. Sierra Pacific Land and Timber, like I'm not going to buy land from them. Forestry, this one's USA. Buy it from the government. Drainage District, Plumas County. There's not Lawson Forest. Here's a guy that owns a whole bunch of them. Tree Farm. The church. And then there's a bunch of names. So there's a couple of them in the beginning that I should probably just scrub out. And then it's a bunch of actual like people. I'm just going to spot check this. Make sure it's not like all government or something weird. Grizzly Ranch Investors, Lake Elemenor Associates, Pumpernickel Properties LLC. It's a lot of corporations and LLCs and like more sophisticated landowners than just putting your name down. Trusts and stuff. It's higher dollar vacant land. Yeah, but I'm just spot checking it. I mean, it's looking good to me. The vast majority of it's people. It's not the government and the park and the water district and stuff. There's a couple of those in there, but I think that's looking good. So I'm just going to keep that. I think that's our search for Plumas. I think we got everything I wanted to do in Plumas. Let's do Sierra County. So we can take that. We'll go back to that same search and see if it pulls it up. You used to be able to just go back and it would get back to the search you're at. It dropped the improvement percent. Let's do retrieve. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of land use because it's different for each county, and I'm going to change this to the next county down. This is Sierra. Take Sierra County, and I'm going to X out these land use, and then I'm going to pull some new land use, and then we got data for Sierra. So I got the search of that previous one saved, so I'm going to come back and I can pull up all my saved searches and download the data, and then I can merge it into letters so we can send out some cash offers. So Sierra County, let's find land use. Land use, and let's go through the land use on Sierra. They got zoo as well, but I'm sure it's, whoops, hitting to the wrong button. Vacant, limited. This is looking very much like the previous list, but they're usually a little bit different, so I'm going to do it again. It's looking exactly like the previous one. Ranch, I'll take ranch. I'm just going to go through. You know, this is exactly like the other one. Let's just pull the other one back up. Now let's change the county. I'll pull my Plumas search back up. It's the exact same stuff. I'm going to do Sierra. I don't think that's going to work across all these counties. Some of these counties just copied each other. Okay, so let's see if we get any records. 113 records. That's awful. Land trust. And there's names in there, but it's some dupes. There's not very many people owning this stuff. So I wonder what I could do to beef that up. Maybe Sierra County just doesn't have that much bigger land that's vacant. I mean, it's going to be in the land use. That, see if I can add. See what happens if I do residential single family. Well, I don't want the condos, duplex, high rise, mid rise, PUD, quadruplex, triplex, townhome. I mean, it just comes back to the same stuff. See if we got any more records. 644. So something changed in there. So maybe the land use was different. Western Sierra Pacific Industries. So I got to take some of the tree farmers out of there, the forestry guys out, and a couple duplicates. But it's not all like USA or something Park or whatever. Scarlet Pumpernickel Properties. English Properties. A bunch of different companies and trusts, and there's more sophisticated landowners here than lots of places I've mailed. Especially in the bigger size properties. Property Owners Association, Dixie Valley. I have to scrub a couple of those out. But we're getting down to, I think, good looking stuff. So 600 whatever and of why is it 644? Because we're in Plumas. That's what's wrong. That's why the number went up. It went back to the wrong county. Dick in the chat saying, Luke, get me out of Florida. The last hurricane bug you? Or is it the poor driving skills of the locals? Get me out of Indiana. There you go. The winter's coming, right? I'm here. We can start now. Nice. Redefined Living's back online. Thanks, guys, for all chiming in. I'm going to give away a piece of land towards the end of this video. We'll see how long it takes to mess around with the data and get there. And then if you stick around and answer a basic question, I'll give you a piece of property for sticking around. It'd be much appreciated. So I just screwed up that last search because this county didn't change. Scratching my head why they had the same same number of records. So it's probably back to like 113 if I do this. I think that said 113. 113. So just not very many properties and the bigger side to go after in Sierra. But it only takes one, right? So we'll give it a shot. Okay, so the next county after Sierra is Nevada. Let's do the same thing. Let's see if we can find Nevada. Nevada. Let's go see what we got on the search. Yeah, we got the stuff. Let's see if Nevada County has the same land usage. Nevada. I doubt it does, but let's try it. 1,000 records. That's a little bit better. More properties over there. Somebody's been splitting the properties up a lot more here. It's not all national park. There's a lot of national park, but it's not all national park. Let's see my notes on Nevada. Yeah, so I think I want to do the whole county. I was gonna drop out some zip codes in some of these counties, but Nevada, I want to do the whole thing. 1,077. Lots of Asia Pacific Corp. So there's some forestry guys in there. Dark Horse LLC. You know, it's names. A lot of it's names, like people's names that own the land. So that's good. That's what I'm looking for. I want like just normal people to own the land that I can do business with. I don't have to go through a bunch of lawyers and stuff. Altair Property Owners Association. I've dealt with those guys before. Tahoe Donner Association. It's kind of funny. I recognize some of these names. Land business is small business. So you get into it. But yeah, it's just people's names. This is good. This is what we're looking for. So I think 1,077, and this is Nevada County. So I think, what are we up to? 16, 17, like 1,800-ish records so far. So I'm going to keep going. So we've got Plumas, Sierra, Nevada. Next, we're going to go down to Placer County. So let's go back to where we came from and go to Placer County. Placer County. Let's see if our land use still holds true here. We'll try again in Placer. It's 2024, now we're talking. United States of America, Bureau of Reclamation. I'm going to scrub those guys out. There's a bunch of US, United States, Railroad, City of, Community Association. There's a bunch of bad names in here. United States of America, they don't sell land. City of Roseville. I got to do something with the land use on this one. Let's go back. So Placer. Let's nix out all this old land use and start over and see if we get it to work where we don't have a bunch of government. This looks like the same list. It's got the zoo and I wonder if it's vacant land NEC. Something tells me it's that one. I'm gonna leave that one out. When I click on something else, it'll let's do this. Let's do residential all. Ooh, I don't want that. That's too many. Well, okay, let's just start getting rid of it. Transient lodging, no. Timeshare, no. Townhome, no. Triplex. Timeshare condo, no. I'm getting rid of that. Rural home site, single family residence, yes, yes. Resort, residential, residence hall, quadruplex, PUD, orphanage, nursing home, multifamily. I don't want to do the multifamily. I'd love to buy multifamily stuff and sell it for a killing, but I don't have the money. Mobile home park, mobile home lot. I'm going to stay out of those for right now. Mixed complex, mid-rise, manufactured home, hotel. Let's get rid of the mid-rise, high-rise, group quarters, duplex, co-op, condominium, condominium project, common area. Let's get rid of that. Cabin, apartment, apartment hotel. So we're down to, oh, how do I get frat sorority house? Let's get rid of that. Ooh, I got rid of too many. It's like the click didn't work. Let's try single family. Let's try the single family stuff. Okay, condominium. Duplex. The website's not keeping up with me. So single family residence, I'm going to keep that. The ones with the actual houses on them will get scraped because of the improved percent. Rural home site, I'm keeping that. Residential, not elsewise classified, and keep that. Quadruplex, let's get rid of that. PUD, I don't really know what that means. I'm going to get rid of that. Mid-rise condo, I'm going to get rid of that. So we got residential, rural home site, single family residence. We're missing like ranch and that kind of stuff. But let's see what the number looks like here and then add some others. Forgot what number I'm on. Do Placer 3. Let's see what the count is. Because we were at 2,024. Now we're 131. So that's really small. But look at that. We don't have the government. We got United Auburn Indian Community, Union Pacific Railroad. But we got rid of the government. So one of these other ones that we add on is the government. Well, here's a little bit of City of Roseville. So let's add stuff back in and see where all those government properties come from, because they're under one of those things we added on. Let's see. There was ranch, right? Oh, ranch. Ranch, let's add that on there. It just, my list just keeps getting shorter and shorter. Vacant land, NEC. I bet you if I add that on, this is where the government's coming from. Let's try it.
NEC just not existing.
Yeah, look at that, 1931. Yeah, all the government stuff's coming out, and the railroads and cities and. Okay, so let's do.
This is not elsewhere classified, right? NEC.
Yeah, Karen's saying NEC is not elsewhere classified. She's looking it up. So I'm gonna pull my search from the previous county and do everything but the vacant land NEC. So I'm gonna change it to Nevada, right? We're doing Nevada. And then vacant land NEC. Let's just get rid of that. Let's keep single family residence, rural home site, residential lot, residential acres, residential NEC. Residential NEC might be more of the government, like, or homeowners association common areas or something. But let's see.
That's what PUD is too.
What's PUD? Karen's looking up stuff.
Public utilities, isn't it?
No, it's like a kind of HOA, except for when you own the land that the condo's on. But it's called PUD instead of HOA.
Save. Karen's filling in my gaps. PUD is like when you own the condo land instead of like an HOA's association land. Corey Bullock saying, "Good work, keep it up, yo." Jessica P is saying hello. And Guillermo is saying, Luke is amazing. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chiming in. I'm going to give some land away towards the end of this video if you're new, just coming to the show. So now we've got 99 records. And vast majority of the vacant land in this county is under NEC. So it changes from like 100 to 2,000 with that NEC.
Rub it a different way.
Yeah. So I bet this government land has little to no taxes. And so if we clip the tax bill off, like we could scrub out little to no tax properties, and that would probably get rid of the government properties. Yeah, it's like 1,000 of them are the NECs. So let's do that. Let's go back. Let's add all the different kinds of land back in here. I also screwed up what county I'm looking at. I was looking at Placer County. And I did Nevada County. I'm really messing stuff up here. Okay, let's go back. Let's pull the search for Nevada and let's change it to Placer. I'm mixing up a couple things. So I want Placer. And I want all this stuff. Let's do this. We'll test it again. Okay, so we got all the weird owners that probably pay no taxes. 2,000 records. So let's go back. Let's take that Placer version. See, this is giving me Nevada. Placer. And let's add in total. I think it's total tax. No. What was I gonna do? So there's something about taxes. Let me figure out what the tax is. Annual tax, something tax. Property tax, property tax. Of course it doesn't start with a T for tax, right? So let's do from $5 up taxes, annual taxes, because, like, you know, that'd get rid of the government, right? Bums that don't pay taxes. We should tax the government and the politicians and let the people go free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the ones that make up the taxes. You should pay them.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Placer. Government would disappear quick if we tax the government, right? Give them some of their own medicine. Like, oh. Oh, come on. Bureau of Reclamation still pays taxes? Maybe I didn't do it enough. $5 didn't get rid of anybody. Try $100. Maybe we got high taxes over here, huh? So property, let's do this to Placer County. Property tax from $100 and up. Come on, website. There we go. Get that. The government disappeared. How many records do we have? 1,197. We just dropped 800 people by doing $100 tax. Let's
Maybe $50.
yeah, let's not do 100. Somewhere between 5 and 100. See if we can get some of those people back. So we've got all these different kinds of search parameters we can play with. That's what's really neat about a database like this. Just trying to figure out, you know, which one to use. Just save it before I lose it. So we're take it down to $50. I'm gonna write down how many. We had 1,197 at $100 tax and more. Hardly anybody came on. 1, 2, 3, 2, $50 and more. Maybe 25. We still don't have the government in there. Let's go back. So it seems like we should add a couple hundred more properties. But maybe those were all government, less than $50 taxes. There's Placer. Total. No, was it property? Property tax. Let's try $25. Add that on there. Come on. 25 and greater. Improved 0 to 1. Lot acreage 9 through 34 acres through 44 acres residential stuff. Let's try it. I didn't save it. We're trying it. Still don't see the government showing up. 1244.
A little bit.
It's not changing much. I think we just leave it $25. 1244. Okay, so far we've got 644 in Plumas, 113 in Sierra, Nevada County a little over 1,000, so we're at 18 or 1,900. Placer County 1,200. So we're getting close to 2,000 records so far, if I can do math. Let's keep going. Let me save this. So Placer.
Dorado.
Okay, so I got that saved. Taking notes. So we got about 3,000 with Plumas, Sierra, Nevada, and Placer County. So four of the counties got us 3,000. So next, what's next? Dorado County. Okay, so I was looking at the market on this one, and I think the stuff up the hill is worth more than the stuff down the hill. So I think we're gonna pull the data for the whole county, and then when I merge it together, I'm gonna go by zip code on the stuff that's down the hill, like in the flatlands, and I'm gonna price that lower than the stuff up the mountains. Because I want the trees and I want the iconic properties like on streams and lakes and just someplace you're gonna go build your cabin and stuff. And the stuff down the hill has uniqueness to it, but it's not the $1 million entrance and the adventure to get there, and just a different price. I think it's a different price. And so yeah, so let's go to El Dorado County. Let's take out the property tax trick. Let's keep the acreage, the improved. Let's keep the same land use, and let's go to El Dorado and see if it works. We might have to play around to the land use. I'm surprised we haven't had to do land use on each one of these, but hey, live and learn, right? So El Dorado, let's save that. Let's check this. Yeah, so you guys are talking about where we're doing mailers. I'll give you a little bit of an update. So I've been buying a bunch of properties, kind of Lake Tahoe to Yosemite area, and I'm getting them up on the website. So the smaller, like the first wave of the smaller ones are getting up on the website, and there's really cool lots, like trees and streams and near lakes and just really nice looking lots. I've been too busy recently to really present them well. I'm hoping I can do like a road trip to really get pictures and drone shots and stuff and present them really well to you, but I might end up having to hire that out because I don't have enough time, and just want to present those properties well. So this is a second pass coming back around and going after bigger properties in the same areas, like 10 acres to 40 acre kinds of properties. And a lot of the other ones I've got are 1, 2, 3 acres, 5 acre, 10 acre size properties. So I'm just going back for another pass, trying to pick up some of the bigger ones. Probably cost a little bit more money, but hey, it's cool to have big ones you can like have your horses on and stuff, right? So that's what's going on in the chat. North or south. Yeah, this is all the counties, the Sierra Nevada. Between Lake Tahoe. Why can't I think of the name of the park I just mentioned? Yosemite and San Francisco, like that triangle, all in the foothills, like that whole area. Yeah, it's a beautiful area, guys. Just talking beautiful. Yep. And it's saying, hey Luke, I'll take anything you can spare. Yeah, thanks Larry. I'll just keep swinging. We'll see what comes in. Joining y'all a little late. Yeah, so if you're just joining in, see a couple new people coming on. I'm going to give some land away towards the end of this video, and I'll just give an update that we're buying land in Northern California, Northeastern California, in the foothills of the mountains, on the way up to Lake Tahoe or on the way up to Yosemite and in those mountains and in between. And I'm working on, right now, El Dorado County is the one I'm working on, and we're going to test and see if all my search parameters from previous counties work on El Dorado County. So I think I got, yeah, El Dorado County, 2,217 coming up. I think El Dorado has a lot more properties from previous mailers. I've noticed that there's a lot more in here. I'm seeing Placerville Elementary School District right at the top. County of El Dorado. So we're gonna have to do the tax trick. So those people don't pay much taxes. Bureau, U.S. Forest Service and stuff. Okay, so let's get rid of people who don't pay taxes, and because I don't want to pay to send them offers. They're not going to sell land to me. It's the people that pay taxes that sell land. And the U.S. was set up that way. I've said it numerous times. I don't know if you guys have ever heard me say that, but the U.S. was set up so you got to pay tax on the land. And originally it was set up so you pay tax on the land, not the person that's working the land's paying the tax, but the landowner's paying the tax. And the point of that was we don't have vacant land sitting all over the place like in Europe where our forefathers came from. You got all kinds of vacant land sitting there and nobody's using it. They're not putting it to work. Because they don't have to. They own it. Like, why would they get off the land? But newer, younger people that want to go make it happen, they're hungry, they don't have the capital, they don't have the assets, they'll do it. So if you charge tax on the land, people don't want to pay the tax. They eventually lose the land or give it up or sell it. They're more likely to sell off what they're not using. And that's how we can buy land. That gives us the opportunity. It keeps the market more real. that keeps the property prices lower in the U.S. than a lot of the other places in the world too. So El Dorado, we're gonna do property tax, and let's try $25 again. So anyone who's paying less than $25 on like a 10-acre property is probably lose some churches, but we'll lose the government too. So I'm going to save that and see if we can get rid of the government-owned properties by nixing some tax. Did I not write how many that was down? I didn't write how many we had before. But 2019, I think that's less than we had before. Government disappeared. $25, government disappeared. Lake Tahoe Community something district, maybe not all the government. Conservation district, resource conservation district. They should compare their taxes to what other people are paying. I think we got him though. I mean, the vast majority of it's taken out. So 2,000 records, El Dorado. So the previous run we had about 3,000 between 4 counties, and then El Dorado added on 2. So we're up to like 5,000 records. And I think I'm budgeting for like 8,500 records today would be nice. So I think I'm going to keep this El Dorado and move on to the next county. So the next county is we could do Amador and then Alpine. Let's do Amador County. So Amador County, I didn't do a zip code spread on Amador. So Amador, I'm going to pull the data. Looking at the market, I think there's 2 different main pricing splits in the market. There's the downhill stuff and the uphill stuff. So I'm going to look at zip codes based on where the properties are located, and I'm going to do lower price on the flat downhill stuff and a higher price. I'm going to offer more money for stuff up in the mountains. And it's got more trees, it's got more character, it's got more, more uniqueness to it. And so I'm going to go after those harder than the ones downhill. So let's pull Amador, but I'm going to pull all the data for the kind of stuff we're looking for. I'm just going to change the pricing when I go to price what I'm trying to buy. This is missing the taxes, so let's try it should be at the top, right? Amador, there we go. So Amador, let's see if the same land use holds true, and let's save this one. Amador 1. So this is without the tax scrub, so this might be government people in here. Let's take a look. It's spinning its wheels. Come on, database. Let's see what we get. U.S. Bureau of Land Management, top of the list. U.S. BLM, U.S. Okay, so maybe I should just come out of the gate with my tax trick. City of whatever, 730. Okay, so let's go back. Let's get rid of the people who don't pay taxes. Property tax from, let's try the same $25. It seems to be working, right? $545. We got rid of like 200 by scrubbing out the people who don't pay tax. The properties where people don't pay tax, even the ones that are like 50 cents or $2 or something, that the assessor moved the prices down there, they're usually like the triangle in between the freeway off ramp or the median in between some roads, or there's some strip of stupidity like it was going to be an easement someday but never really happened, or they're usually just dumb ones that they don't want people to stop paying tax on. So I think I've often found it's a good idea to strip off the lowest tax paying properties, the lowest assessed value properties anyway. So US Mine LLC. But when we're going after the bigger dollar properties like this, and there's not so many of them to go around, I'm more inclined to pull the data and then scrub out the data, like looking at a big data set and saying these are the outliers and take out the outliers, than trying to not pay for the data out of the front end by jigging around the search and guessing. So 545. So we're up to like 5,500 total records roughly with Amador. So after Amador, we're gonna go Alpine. I would so love to buy some land in Alpine County. There's like 2,000 people that live in that county. I mean, it's vacant. There's nobody there, but it's a lot of like just huge ranches. You know, big, feather in your hat ranches. Ranches that you want the place to yourself, and you don't want anybody else around kind of ranch. You'd ride your horse all over the place, or your dirt bike, or play with your chainsaw all day, whatever you want to do, right? You would shoot your guns and fireworks. Maybe not fireworks, there's still fire danger, but just freedom kind of land. And I think one of my favorite shots of Alpine is this Instagram. I forget the name of the Instagram, but if you look up Alpine County on Instagram, there's this mom that reminds me a lot of my wife, and she's got her kids like in the back of the four-wheeler, and she's got her axe, and she's got her like chainsaw, and she's got the dogs running around, and she's got like tools flying. She's having fun with the kids, like building the homestead, making it happen. And she's in like shorts and a t-shirt, and I don't know, it just throws a picture of a piece of California that used to happen a lot more way back. Well, it's got the property tax. What was I going to do? I was going to change the county. I started talking and I lost my spot. Yeah, so I was just going to change the county to Alpine. Let's keep all the rest of this stuff. Let's save this search as Alpine. See how many we get. Jeremy Bowers, he's always on top of the numbers. 2217. I was saying I forgot how many it was in the El Dorado. So it went from 2217 to 2019. So I lost like 200 of them by getting rid of by doing the tax scrub. There you go. That'll save me $20 in data. 14 records. This is why I don't have anything in Alpine County. Yeah. It's all government land. I might have to play with the land use.
To do Calaveras County?
No, Karen wants me to do the next county. I really want something in Alpine.
Okay.
I looked up that Instagram. It's
You find
gorgeous.
it? Yeah, so Barbara's looking it up on Instagram from what I was just saying. Saying she likes it. Look up Alpine County on Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like going to Switzerland or something, like up in the mountains without all the Swiss people. It's even better. They're Germans, like always. Every time you go to the top of the mountain, it's like everyone speaks German, right? There it looks like it, but it's all English. So I'm gonna try land use. Like it's gotta be under land use. Let's just try residential all. There's no people there. Whatever. Anything you can live on. Let's see what happens. Oh wow. Probably still be 100 properties. I didn't save it. 15 it doesn't matter. Land use doesn't matter. So I wonder if it's the improvement value that's killing it. Let's strip this down. Let's strip out the property tax. Let's strip out the improved value. Let's make sure we're still in Alpine. And let's search and see if we get a ton of records, like something built on it. I mean, there's 2,000 people, so what is that? 700 houses or something that should be up there? Maybe they're all in smaller properties, but come on. Okay, it went up to 66. 15 to 66. Maybe Alpine's a waste of time. Maybe it's either a 1 acre property or a 3,000 acre property. Maybe that's why. I don't know. There's no vacant land. Alpine's not even worth it, guys. There's just no records. The 15 records doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So my dream is getting shattered on Alpine. Let's move on to Calaveras. Okay, so Calaveras, we got improved percent, we got lot acreage 9 through 44, we got property tax $25 and higher. We got all the classic land uses that seem to be working on all these other counties. I really thought we'd have to change the land use on each county, but they seem to be holding the same. I bet you if we skip down to Southern California, they'd be different. Calaveras 1. There's a bunch of them here. 1120. Yeah, we already got the government scraped out of there. These are all normal people that pay taxes on their property. So this one is a dichotomy going on between the hill properties and the flat properties too. A lot of this is down the hill, but a lot of the up the hill stuff is national forest. I think it's not Santa Luz. Is it Tahoe National Forest? I forget which forest it is. But there's a big forest there. So I might go by zip on this one too and change the prices, downhill, uphill pricing differences. So 1120, so that takes us up to 66 something total number of properties. I was hoping to get like 8,500 today, but I think we got 6,600. So I think that's pretty good for like going for good sized properties. I don't think I'm gonna go back and try to change it to like bigger acreage ones, or smaller acreage ones, or change any of the searches. I think I'm just gonna change the number of mailers I send out, because I'm not getting as many as I was hoping to get. But I think that'll pretty much short up for today. I mean, I'm not going to take you through the painful process of downloading the data. I mean, you just get these Excel sheets, a whole bunch of data, and then merging them together. If you want to see me do that, I've got older videos. If you go back on my YouTube channel, ruralvacantland.com, as the YouTube channel, because the website's not working right now. But if you go back on the YouTube channel, you can see videos from those. I think late 2017, fall 2017, I did a bunch of videos about that, merging them together and making them happen. This is more about the market analysis and pricing the things. I didn't go so much through the pricing, but it's going to be kind of scattered pricing for different counties, and whether it's downhill or uphill kinds of pricing on these properties. I'm going to customize that, and then I'm gonna get into offers to owners, which is with the Land Academy people, and they're going to send out these letters. So it's going to be like, 6,600 pieces of properties. A lot of them are duplicates and stuff. I'm going to scrape out some outliers and things. So by the time I boil it down, it'll probably be like 4,600 offers, 4,500, something like that. So we'll get that in the mail. Karen and Barbara here will help answer the phones on that many cash offers. And we'll just fire it off. And then I want to do the same thing with some other people. I've got maybe a dozen people that want to do joint mailers like this where they answer the phones, and I'll help them figure out the rest and make it happen. And yeah, so that's the idea, that's the plan. And now I think we're down to the time I give some land away. So these guys are going back and forth on the chat, and I got to think of a basic question. And I'm thinking, those guys are talking about Idaho. You're talking about like how vacant rural Alpine County is. Yeah, it's a lot like Idaho.
Potato.
So I think if you know the name of the first county we started this search with, like in the northern part of this, it's not the northernmost county in California, but we started talking about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counties, I guess, today. And so the first one we started on. So if you have not won land before, and you don't work with me or for me in some regard, and you know what county we started doing this mailer on earlier on in the video, like you've been paying attention and you chimed in early, then put the name of that county in there. I mean, you could probably just guess counties in Northern California, just north of Lake Tahoe, up the Sierra Nevada. But put the name of that county into the chat box, the chat, not the comments, but the chat box, like the live chat. If you're listening live, the name of that county in there, and I'll give you a piece of property, give you a free one. Someone's guessing El Dorado and Navajo, Plumas. Someone said Plumas. There we go. I'm going to pull this chat up, and I'm going to show it to you on the screen, because every time I do this, people complain about, I'm first, or no, he's first, and so let me do this. So here's the chat. It's on the screen. Guys are talking about Idaho, and then Jeremy Bowers says El Dorado, and El Dorado was kind of halfway through it. And then Redefined Living said Nevada County. Nevada is like 2 down from where I'm looking. And then Jarrett said Plumas. Plumas was the first one we started with. That's the one in the north. It was like the orange one on the screen. This is Plumas County up here. And we started there and we went south. And we went down. We got all these counties in between. So I lost my spot. Where'd that screen go? Here it is. So Jarrett Curley, I've never seen you in before. Jarrett Curley, thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I want to give you a free piece of land.
Woo!
It's
Way to go, Jarrett.
It's just a basic piece of property. It'll probably take me a couple months to actually get it to you. So please don't try to sell it in the meantime until you actually get the deed and it's gone through. Sometimes things go wrong, and I got to get you a different piece of property. And I need to know what name you want the land in, what title you want the land in, whether it's you and your spouse, or you and your kids, or you and somebody in case something happens to you, or a trust, or a company, or some kind of name that you can own this property in. And if you need help with that, you could give me a call too. I'll try to help you with that. But so that name, the mailing address, where you want the deed sent to, and the future taxes, they'll send you tax bills sometime out in the future. And yeah, so that contact information, phone number would be nice in case I'm trying to fix something or something goes wrong with the deal, trying to get it all figured out. It'd be nice to call you, see what kind of letters you're getting and stuff, and make it happen. So put that in an email and send it to Gilian, Gilian, at ruralvacantland.com. I'm typing it in here so you can cut and paste it, Gilian at ruralvacantland.com. And she'll get it into my spreadsheet, and yeah, I'll next time I'm doing deeds, I'll get you in there and get the paperwork rolling on it. And like I said, it'll probably take a couple 2 to 3 months, and then I usually make a video. Instead of a time, I'll make a video and present what property you got, like where it is and the attributes, and what kind of road, and if it's got power lines or trees or whatever is going on to the property, right? So you can see where it is and what it is. And if you want me to sell it for you, if you don't want the land because it's like probably somewhere you've never thought of buying land before, sure, just let me know and I'll put it up for sale, and I'll split the profits with you. So you get the money I paid for it, and then just half of the profits. I do that with a lot of people. If you want me to sell your land, the prices make sense and stuff, I'll split the proceeds with you, and do all the paperwork and make it happen. So you can just turn it into cash and just send you cash instead of land if you want me to do that to you, or give it to your kids or grandkids or whatever you want to do with it. It's your land. Go homestead it. Would be even better. Get rid of your mortgage and your rent or whatever. That'd be really cool. Then I want to see some pictures and some YouTube videos of making it happen. That would be really cool. Okay, so guys saying congrats and laugh out loud and everything else. Good info though. My side shows my entry above before Jeremy. Good win, Jeremy. Yeah, like I get that every time somebody, because like when you're typing your stuff in, I think your computer puts it in there before it gets to the main server, and then it comes back out to everybody else. So every time I do this, people get frustrated who's going first, but that's why I put it on the screen like this. You can like see the history that it was Jarrett, Plumas, and then 2 more, and then it's Rashima. Got it. So you just got to try again. Monday morning at 9 a.m. I'll do another live video. I might do some in between. I think I'm going to do one tomorrow at 10 a.m. with another guy, with Mike. We've been talking land a lot the last year or two, and he wants to do a mailer, so I think we got that scheduled. It might be at 10:30 a.m. Pacific, actually, by the time we get it going. So there might be another one tomorrow. Thank you guys. I'm going to sign out and wish you all well. And my website should be back up soon, ruralvacantland.com. And just thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If it's the first time you've ever watched one of these videos, please subscribe. You'll see more notifications coming by to get shots at more free land in the future. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.